Ladies and gents, welcome back. It was just last week I had a guest on who was talking about putting together a 1 million person march in Canada to save the children from, well, people grooming in our public schools and elsewhere in our society. And, well, it didn't take long. He was banned from Twitter for his efforts. And to bring him back, just on a last minute notice, here is Kamel El-Cheikh. Welcome. Thanks for coming in last minute.
Well, my pleasure. I'm just, it's been a roller coaster ride, to say the least. So as you know, I got banned off Twitter, and there's a hashtag campaign, reinstate Kamel El-Cheikh and stuff like that. So hopefully we can get you on board. I'm sure you and your followers would do that. But
Absolutely.
we got their attention. And then one of our teams reached out to Elon Musk and Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
And Elon Musk, it's not his fault. Under Bill C-11 and the censorship bill, the Trudeau government made that personal request. So that 1 million people march starting to look like a 5 to 10 million people march. But you know what? Who am I to say, right?
Well, we'll see what happens. But did you get any word? Did Twitter give you any information on what it is that caused the ban? You've been suspended.
Yeah. So what happened was I had an exceptional interview with 30-year reporter David Krayden, and he does work for the Post Millennial and Epic Times, and now he's an evangelical Christian. So they're like, oh my God, Muslims and evangelical Christians now? Wow. So they didn't like that part, and the interview went very well, and then it started to go viral, and he joined actually a protest right after.
Right.
But in 24 hours, as we're celebrating and becoming brothers now, not just friends, they banned me 24 hours later. They didn't want that momentum.
Did they give any reason for the ban?
Yeah, so one of the woke community guys, people are actually sharing that person. They're celebrating. I got Kamel off, yeah, and he's celebrating actually on Dr. Bahira's post. So Dr. Bahira is on my team, by the way. She's a PhD,
mm-hmm.
and she's a current parental board member elected in Ward 14 in Toronto. And so he celebrated on her comment feed. So you might want to look that up. Yeah, he thinks it's victory, but I'm not going to be silenced, my friend. I'm trying to be the voice of the voiceless. You silenced me on Twitter, but you pissed off a lot of people.
Well, I did see that there was some celebration from people, people reposting it, showing that they were celebrating that they, and giving screenshots of them flagging your account or reporting your account for hate, things like that. Now, you're saying there is no hate. There's no hate in this entire movement. This is about bringing Canadians together of all walks of life for one
absolutely
specific message, and that's for the kids. I mean, so, you know, people in the LGB community, they can do what they want to do in our open, fair society.
Of course, this is Canada, of course. I mean, and it's none of my business. I just don't want to see it.
Well, and that's not what's ever been in question in this whole thing, and that's in my reporting anyway. When I interviewed you the first time, and your podcast, subsequent podcast. With award-winning journalists there. Of course, I'll have the link for that in the description down below, so everyone could go watch that. Because if it was that hard hitting,
and there's other podcasts with Rupa as well. I did several, and yeah, I'm doing this because people like you, Clyde, concerned parents, honest Samaritans, white Canadians, Pentecostals, you name it. Everybody. I've been doing podcasts at a rate of 5, 6 a day. That's, you know, including the speeches and the protests and the political activities. By the way, they were pissed off about something else, and that's why I had to be banned. And I can understand it, but I'll be back at some point. So, okay. But what's happened was we had a protest for the by-election for Doug Ford.
Okay.
In Canada. And that initiative was, championed by people like Derek Foster, a 7-time best-selling author. Maybe 3 of those books went on Maclean's best-selling list. But what happened was that protest, our teams sent out 10,000 flyers through that whole constituency. Doug Ford got very nervous. He funded Chio by $300 million to keep that seat, and they snuck a summer by-election. He lost that seat.
He lost the seat.
And Mr. Trudeau fired 7 of his cabinet ministers. So they're listening to us, and, well, they have to silence me because I pissed them off. And, our whole movement from coast to coast pissed them off because it's a Canadian movement. Whites, blacks, you name it, Middle Easterns and Muslim Canadians, right, are coming together from coast to coast, and it scares them. And it should.
It sure does. So we were discussing this before, the whole concept of politics go downstream from the culture. And it appears that the culture actually is shifting. It's a big showing in this way. A lot of people are tired of division, the politics of division.
Absolutely.
And people want to come together. And I think this is what inspired me to have you on the first time was look at all these people coming together. It's amazing. And then to see them having such a visceral reaction and getting rid of you off of social media is, I think, only going to embolden this movement.
Oh my God. I'm not only getting this love, thankfully, like, we have a great country, man.
Mm-hmm.
We really have a great country. They're trying to make it sound like it's broken and divided, but man, we are intact. That's my experience, at least. We have teams from coast to coast, teams in BC and Calgary and Newfoundland and Ottawa and Montreal. I'm going to be specific just to get you excited.
All right.
And these teams, whatever, like, I do the public stuff. I was managing the biggest team I managed professionally was 3,000 people, but it seems like, there's hundreds of thousands across the country, and we're just building chapters, and it's exploding. People are like, I want to help. How can I help? So, we're building chapters and teams that are just doing websites, and teams doing designing our social programs, social media, and holy smokes, it's just, the love is, it's overwhelming for me. It's getting pretty big pretty fast.
Yeah,
now,
it is amazing to see.
You assassinate somebody publicly on social media. Yeah, have a party. You're going to have a little party here. But you know what? I don't think they fully understand the Canadian wave from coast to coast. I'm actually excited about September 20th now.
Wow. Yeah, that's amazing. And now, right, they got you on this just as you were walking out the door. I'm actually getting you just as you're walking out the door. You're heading on vacation. You're going to be gone for what, 6 weeks and then come back?
6 weeks. I'm going, man. I'm going to suntan, Clyde. I'm going to take my wife out. I've been ignoring her a lot, poor thing. And she's been packing my luggage, and I got her to pack the rest of the luggage. So you're a married man yourself. You know what that entails. A couple of nice meals on the Mediterranean. And I'm just going to sit there and watch back the teams, the stakeholders, the staff. We have youth teams in universities. I'm not sure they think it's just a couple of people with pitchforks and, oh, you bigots and fascists and white supremacists. Oh, I'm olive skin. I'm proud to be a white supremacist. Thank you very much. Okay. But you know what? Bring it on, man. The teams are like, Camille, we're going to make sure that some of the stuff is done. And we have like memorabilia for the whole movement and charities and you name it. Mm-hmm. When I come back, I'm going to buy some of that memorabilia and put it on and just walk, hopefully. And then I got a week to prepare for the march when I come back. I'm coming back September 13th. So Gives me a
Amazing.
week exactly.
So we'll be able to see be able to see some posts from you.
Cut you off there, Clyde.
Is there a way for people to get
show you how much professionals are working on our teams from coast to coast?
Is there a way for people to get in touch with you in the meantime? Since you're not on Twitter, do you have an alternate account, or is there a Facebook?
Well, I'm on
anything?
TikTok now.
Oh, okay.
Go figures. Go figures. Kamel Media. That's all. I mean, I got also Facebook, but I got censored there so many times. I'm not sure. They didn't suspend me. I'm not sure, you know, Kamel Forum. I'm on Instagram as well. But again, the government is pretty upset, and Mr. Trudeau likes to silence dissidents.
Well, we all know that. We all know that. We saw that last year with the Freedom Convoy. So hopefully we see no jackboots coming out as people are coming to celebrate together the idea of family and protecting children. And we all look forward to it. And look forward to seeing you come back.
We will do it at all costs. And there's a lot of angry mothers and fathers out there, Clyde.
Yes.
I mean, look. The homosexual Canadian community is 2.5% of Canada's population. Subtract that from the 100%. What do you get?
Not a lot. Yeah.
97% in the country, 97.6. So that's a lot of angry people.
Yeah.
That's a lot of angry people. Good luck with that.
Yes. And well, good luck with everything you've got going on. Hope to see you back soon. And we're looking forward to this this big event in September. So thanks again for coming on.
God bless you, and God keep our land glorious and free.
Cheers.